Often hailed as a politician who reached across the aisle, Robert Dole's passing sparked an outpouring of bipartisan support for the late senator. But what was it like to work with him? I sat down with Mitchell Pettit, who worked for Dole during the 80s, to learn more.
The great thing about working for Senator Dole was that he knew exactly what we knew and what we didn't know, but he gave us a lot of latitude to go out and explore different potential ideas in different subject matters.
Dole's injuries from World War II inspired him to use his influence as a senator to advocate for those with disabilities.
And he said, when I went away to war, I was this college athlete and all of that. I never thought much about disability, people with disabilities. I never thought much about discrimination of any kind. Kansas was not a state that had a lot of African Americans, for example. So, we knew what was right or wrong. And then when I had the reins of power, it hit me. Discrimination against disabled people is no different than discrimination against all other people.
While Dole was in the Senate, he helped pass the Americans with Disabilities Act, which prohibited discrimination based on disability, but he wanted to give back more. Pettit wrote the speech Dole gave when he announced the Dole Foundation on the Senate floor in 1983, based on Dole's recovery from his wartime injuries.
They put at Dawson's Drug the famous cigar box, which is now at the Dole Institute. And people would come by and they would, and I remember writing this, that, somebody would give a nickel. That's all they could give, but they wanted to help in some way. And then, as it turns out, somebody gave a duck because that's all they could give. But anyway, this was a moment in, the middle of the century in small town America where everybody pitched in.
After Pettit left Dole's staff in the late 80s, their relationship grew stronger.
And then particularly as he got older and, was spending more time at home, and, I would go over and spend the afternoon with him and talk about things. And I just don't know that I've been looking for the words to describe how much that relationship meant to me over the years.
What was your initial reaction to hearing that Bob Dole passed away?
Every time in my life, things that would happen in politics or life that were confusing, I'd call him and we would talk, or I'd see him and we talk about these things. And, to lose that in my life, will be profound.
This is Tristan Allen reporting for KUJH News.